Hello everyone, I'm very excited to be on with you tonight for this impromptu video. I've been dialoguing with the White Wing Collective Consciousness of Nine all day, and I got a lot of downloads for you guys. So I'm going to ask you to go ahead and take a nice deep inhalation. And what I'm doing right now is releasing tension in your body, and I'm also activating your chakra. There's a chakra located right between your heart and your solar plexus. It's a very powerful chakra that connects us to the higher realms. On this next inhale, I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath and imagine that you're breathing in Pleiadian blue light, a beautiful blue, that's going to come in and regenerate your cells and renew yourself and reset your system. So we're going to take a nice deep breath and breathe in Pleiadian blue. Take your time on the exhalation on this one and breathe out through the nose and in through the nose. And another breath, imagining that this beautiful blue, this effervescent blue. All right, one more time. Very good. Some of you are still holding tension in your feet, so wiggle your toes on your floor. Wiggle your toes. It's going to feel a little strange. Go ahead and do that. Wiggle your toes. Now you can lift them and circle your feet. Yeah, just like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just wiggle them around and shake off any other energies that don't need to be there. Shake your hands, release tension. Releasing tension with the intention that all tension within your body is actually being released as well. Yep. Okay. I'm going to take a breath and allow for the energy of the nine to breathe into your system so that you can feel that cosmic high from that galactic supply. Good. Some of you might feel really nice and buzzed right now. You want to hum or... Good, very good. So, the message I got for you this evening was that a lot of you are on the precipice of immense change. This is not going to be teeny-weeny stuff here. Not at all. This is going to be massive change, which is going to make everything that you experienced in 2018 laughable. You're finally going to be able to connect the dots as to why you were quote-unquote abandoned. A lot of you have been feeling that, like you were abandoned by a loved one, by a soulmate, by a twin flame, by friendships that you thought were very solid and left you very disappointed. So 2019 and what is afoot is going to really enliven you to a degree where you will see how, wow, everything and all the pain that was experienced in 2018 was needed in order for me to usher in this new existence. You see, a lot of you thought that what you had last year, think of it as a building that you built that was comprised of this lover and these friendships. You thought that this building would be a forevermore building, that it would be permanent, that there would be longevity. And instead, it ended up being like a candle that loses all its wax, that goes out, and that can't be rekindled. But the wonderful thing is that you enjoyed its fragrance while it was around. You learned more about yourself than you ever have. You amassed great wisdom, great knowledge, Memories of your past lives were reactivated in you, of potential future timelines as well. So these relationships and friendships were a necessity in order to blow you along on your path, like the wind that is at your back, blowing you along. They were never meant to be permanent situations. But because you were in the thick of it, and you couldn't see outside of that, you thought they were. You see, those people played a part in your movie in that they were vessels that were sent to you by your galactic team, by your spirit guides. A lot of you are guided by the Pleiadians, I can see that. By the Pleiadians, to impart wisdom upon you, to bestow upon you your psychic abilities, to remind you of how valuable you are, that you're not crazy, that you don't have high demands, that you have desires that you want to see become manifest, and that there's nothing wrong with that. For so long you undervalued yourself. You thought that you were imperfect and that you did something wrong to chase this person away. When in fact, the essence of who you are, your presence, your energetic fingerprint, your harmonic signature as a being incarnate on planet Earth at this time is perfect. Your essence never changes. Those who love you unconditionally will not change when you elevate your consciousness a little more. They will not turn their backs on you when you're being a hot mess or when you're aimlessly going about life or you're wandering. You were never lost. But those people served a great purpose in your life, and that's why we have to give thanks for that experience. You know, the Nine showed me today that so many of you placed a request like you would in a jukebox. Universe, I want to hear my song now, meaning I want to receive my heart's desires this year or next year or as soon as you can. And the universe said, really? Well, your wish is my command. But anytime you're backing an intention with such emotion and desire, you can expect there to be a lot of curveballs thrown your way. A lot, which was your 2018. But those curveballs act as lily pads that you step on to eventually get to your destination. And that's precisely what happened. Those people were sent to you to prep you for what's currently en route to your house. That is a metaphor. But a package is being delivered to you. And it's express. It's express delivery. And it's happening imminently. So get ready. What was highlighted today was that because you're on the cusp of this massive change, there are going to be external forces that try to impede upon your journey, to prevent you from coming into your truest heart's desires, into your deepest heart's desires. You see, there are energies that want to stop us from fulfilling our missions. If you're meant to be a mom, that is a mission. Or from your roles here as a human, or as a spiritual teacher, or as an energy reader, or as a wife, or as a husband. They want to intercept those signals that are being clearly sent to you by the universe and your galactic teams, and put on a mask that is very deceptive. to cut off your direct connection to source. They're very good at doing this. They're very masterful. So, how these energies are going to appear or reappear is through these old lovers that you've had. Is through these old friendships that are going to come back around. But please remind yourself that did these people love you unconditionally? Had those people loved you unconditionally? They would still be in your life. It wouldn't be your slip up or your little hiccup that would push them away. People who love you aren't easily, they don't easily recoil from you. They're consistent. So, again, we cannot fault the people who were in your life in 2017, 2018. They were very much needed. All right? We give thanks for that. When a candle goes out, this candle, if it went out and there was no more wax in it, you can't rekindle it. You can't reignite the flame. So let that be your metaphor as it relates to people who might reappear in your reality. They made their choice. They made their bed. Now they must lay in it. Don't question yourself. Don't doubt what you did, what you decided on. Don't doubt what they decided. A lot of people will call you out of boredom. This happens to me all the time. People I might have gone on a date with call me out of boredom, or they send me a message saying, "Oh, looking back now, I think we could have been a good match." And I will respond, "I think had we been a good match, I think we would have consistently seen each other." So trust your intuition. Trust what you heard back then. The universe was prepping you, my friends. You placed an order, and you wanted it now, and you're going to have it very soon. But you chose a bumpier road. Sometimes bumpy roads are great because we learn so much about ourselves. We learn about what we want, what we don't want. And then we utilize that wisdom to direct our energy to the next chapter. And you've already poured so much of that new energy or that recycled energy or that transmuted energy into this next chapter of your life. So don't be derailed or distracted by things that show back up. Hi, I'm here now, and I think I want you now. There was an angelic force. There was a celestial force looking out for you all along. And back then, you didn't see how valuable you were. You couldn't see. You underestimated yourself. The people around you underestimated you. But what the nine are saying is give yourself a pat on the back. Because you've graduated. You finally see how worthy you are, how deserving you are of something magnificent. You finally can see it. And you could not see it before. You know, it's been an uphill climb, but you've made it to the top of the mountain. You've made it to a high vibrational altitude. And there are going to be forces that wave at you from the bottom of the mountain to say, come back. Come back, I'm ready for you now. why not wait for your package to arrive to the top of the mountain? Take in this beautiful vista that you have access to now from the top of the mountain. Stay there for a while. Maybe you don't even have to move. Maybe you can just wait for your package. I hope this message helps you. I'm feeling an opening in the solar plexus region for a lot of you. You could take nice big breaths, deep breaths, and release all the tension in your stomach. You have made it. You've made it. You've made it. All is well. I love you guys.